kill their towers. You give the vision. They come at you, you yell really hard, and they run away.
Are you telling me that pushing a tier 1 is not a easy game plan, Kips? You know how many variables get involved in pushing that tier 1 when you can only summon like 5 units? It's I feel like you're underestimating my Beastmaster.
Mm. You know, I think there's a lot of big plays to be made with the Beastmaster, but right now they're not necessary.
I mean, I would agree with you. I think I was just being sarcastic in case people didn't catch it.
No,
It
no.
is very much an overload.
I have trouble catching that sometimes, but not
okay.
this time.
Okay.
Trust me.
I tried to make my inflection very clear. Okay, they just destroyed their own ward because Empire. I think they thought they got seen.
No, of course, because they dewarded on the cliff already.
Oh, right, okay. And they used that ward to deward. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know if with Ame's planning, I love this. Ame just surreals himself. They're gonna kill inside you. They did not expect Ame to be right on top of the rune.
A trap well laid.
I mean, is it? Is that? TA is not appearing. I wonder where she might be. Let's forget about it.
She could just be blocking the bottom wave or something. She's not actually have the easiest lane in front of her here.
No. I mean, Meld is probably pretty good for killing the boars, right?
It's decent, yeah, but especially at the start, you simply don't have the range.
Okay, that's true. Oh, that was a great impale. Mars tends to be pretty decent against boars too. Once he gets enough levels, though, you're right. The early levels are the ones that he struggles the most with.
I guess the problem here for the side of Empire is that, yeah, this Nyx assassin can't do very much. So the Beastmaster is pretty much in that lane on his own, while Sayu pulls the waves, because if he has to trade here, then Mars is going to kick his ass and then some.
Yep. Mars might not have a great armor like the Nyx, but he does have some really good attack damage, great HP. So he's more than happy with this. I actually think, by the way, that the changes on the Mars make him a very suitable support these days.
Yeah, I agree.
Great, I'm not crazy.
Better cooldown on your stun. No, better cooldown on your stun is just support country.
Yep.
And I guess you're a little bit sad about not having arena as often anymore, but that's not as big of an impact if you are indeed a support, and the entire game tempo does not depend on you.
Exactly. If you have arena, great. If not, your Spear of Mars will fly. And my favorite change, honestly, even though very low-key not used, it's the you can now max Spear. Like, if you actually want to get the stun and the damage down on Spear, you can. If you feel like that's more appropriate.
Yep. You don't miss the lack of the armor talent as keenly.
Yeah, that's true, because you're not supposed to walk in first. In fact, Doom will do that for you, or DK will do that for you, or any of the beefy boys this game.
Yep. And Doom right now is walking at Depressed Kid, who's... You know, you're an Invoker, you've got the better regen here, but Doom is just more HP.
Yep. Especially in the early levels.
Yeah.
Maybe with a second point in Quas, we see the Prescott being more aggressive. There he just got the rune. It's like, oh, that healed nothing. Being Invoker and getting runes now honestly feels so bad. Because you have to go get it so the enemy mid laner doesn't, but why, right? Yeah. No bottle, nothing.
You're not gonna waste 600 gold on that. So instead, it's just getting levels for him here. The Doom can't really contest him either. So it's mostly a farm trade lane.
Also, the Prescott on one of his best heroes should be able to put a lot more pressure on Zhao 8. Zhao Ma, sorry. Considering that well, you're a mid laner and he's a coach technically, so.
He's an offlaner, a rusty one.
Yeah. Well, what was the last team? He was on the old boys team, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, the old boys.
Okay.
Before that, a bunch of like big god iterations.
Yes, I remember that. Which was essentially what preceded old boys.
I guess when the big gods don't win, they become old boys.
They're all casters as well, or coaches, or somehow involved in the scene. It's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. It's like the Team Veggies of China, essentially.
Let me some Team Veggies.
Veggie Esports, sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful to the organization.
Might be.
Alright. The TA is doing well.
On the top lane, sorry. Shinkyu already getting practicing with his Quelling Blade. Really making sure that he can keep Vanskor and his bushwhack shenanigans down.
I did not see that he went for a Quelling Blade. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Both
I mean,
have one.
DK is going to start to win. I mean, not necessarily win the lane, but DK the lane. I think there needs to be a new verb for him, because it's just when you ignore the enemy team completely, you do your own thing. You occasionally deny creeps.
Yeah. It's like the inverse Coddle. Coddle is not in the lane, and
Right.
your creeps are gone. And DK is just always in the lane, and he will not leave.
And it's almost like he's not in the lane, right? Because he doesn't seem to be participating in the same game as you are.
Yeah.
But he's just there to make sure you don't get last. He's got so many denies. It's disgusting.
Yeah, in that regard, it doesn't really matter how much you nerf the stun. It's still enough to get a deny in.
I also don't think the nerf was that big. Was it, what, 0.25 seconds at max level?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I was...
He deserved worse.
Yes. I was surprised people were saying that Hero is dead. I'm like, his regen got a bit nerfed, but I also think the armor component is honestly the best part of Dragon's Blood.
Yes. I think in general, he does have... The fact that his scaling and specifically the Ags got attacked, that is a little bit of a thing for me.
I agree.
You're not going to be able to rely on your initiator to become a fully fledged damage dealing correlator anymore. Not as much as he was before, at least.
Have you noticed how the DKs these days are changing their builds for like going for Assault Cuirass instead of the Axe? Because of that reason? Like, it's more popular these days to go Heaven's Halberd or AC after the Blink BKB.
Yeah. I like a little bit of flexibility in the build. I think the DK was very pigeonholed before.
Yeah, because you felt bad if you didn't go Axe, right?
Yeah. They're kind of counting on you. In order to be that big presence. Faith Beyond. Let's see what he goes for this game. So far, he's 2 versus 1 right now, and he is not bothered whatsoever.
Nope. The only lane we're seeing any sort of movement in is mid, just because Invoker is doing his shenanigans to recover his mana. And Zhao 8 has just accepted his life as a monolith doom, and it's fine. He has Bottle when he needs to devour something, and that's it.
Looking for a rune has just been sniped out. Yeah, and this is what would needed to happen. Vanscore, don't know if you got that, but that's exactly where the Quelling Blade comes in handy.
Nope. Vanscore? Oh, actually, the help from the press kit gets rid of this ghost, and you go, hey, let's go for Shinkyu. Good stroke of fate, but better tornado. Now Shinkyu will die. Doom is coming in with a Doom. Oh no, he actually he's not going to take the point in it. Instead, he's just going to kill the squirrel. Go for the press kit. Keep hitting him. If you had Doom here, the press kit would be dead.
Riveting gameplay.
I don't know. My favorite heroes to watch, Kips, is Doom and DK. I think they bring a next level to the game, right?
Man, no love for Arc Warden?
No, I actually love Arc Warden. I'm a big fan. I think
no.
last patch did him dirty. I do not care. I will say it like it is.
Oh no.
What is the flux damage talent? Where are my Arc Warden peeps? What is level 20 plus 40 flux damage? That is an insult to the hero. Anyway, touch low. Okay, that spear is not going to do anything, but deals a bit of damage. That's enough for the stroke and for the Inkswell to hit. And such as like, by my calculations, they should be out of stuns, so I can just leave.
Good to get him away from the backlines of that tower, though. Means that Ami gets to farm up more. And he's got some stacks secured for him by the Grimstroke, who is taking up quite some last hits and mid as well. So LGD really, once again, optimizing to get as much out of the map as possible. Xiao 8 going into jungle camps to take him as soon as he can. And leaving more lane for the supports. And of course Shinkyu is going to stack some more. At the same time, Smiling Knight, he's hit level 6. He does not need to be in the top lane anymore, so he's going to do exactly the same. He is leaving and leaving all the farm for Vanscore. That said, he's also leaving all the risk to Vanscore.
Yes, and Vanscore wants neither of these things. He wish he was just at home chilling, but Doom is now threatening him. Sorry, the Doom, the Mars. Confused the beefy boys. Talk about Doom though, he's been free farming kind of nicely, and he's not going to go for the Midas though that we see on Doom a lot. Just straight fighting build.
Seahood, very important D word there as well. That's going to secure Ame as soon as he walks up there. It means that Empire is going to have to face check. And right now, with level 4 on their Nyx Assassin, they can't do so safely.
No, that was a really good spear actually, why? Can they finish off the squirrel? Tries to break that ghost. Instead, Breathe Fire will catch him. Only level 1. It's gonna be enough. That's how you rotates here. And with the help of the Invoker, maybe at least they can kill Shin-Q. Spike Carpus does stop that Inkswell Sun from coming out. Ghost comes back. He's got Comet the Tornado. Ernest should be able to finish him off. There we go. Dragon Tail though for the Nyx. And impale into a tree. Cockroach will be exterminated. Empire will lose their supports. In exchange, they'll get one support. But the most important part is they got more time and more time wasted out of this dragon form, so the tower will live. For now.
First dragon form not getting tower, pretty huge. But I wonder why does not have a Quelling Blade? He was not in this lane. He does not know the way.
Yeah. But the DK does have Calling Blade. And now we're starting to see, right? The impact that we're talking about where
Yes.
If you break it immediately, now there's no damage done, so it feels like you did nothing there, essentially, with the Bushwhack.
Correct. At the very least, it's still pretty decent for pushing these waves. But heroes are a lot less threatened indeed. And while all that was going on, Sachlo has done the Beastmaster thing, pushed in through the bottom side, is now securing himself some nice enemy creep camps, taking that away from Zhao 8. And Ame has vacated the premises.
Okay. And Xiaoba with his Hooded Defiance build, is he considering, like, is he gonna go bottom and defend against the beast so he can't take a tier 2, or even hunt him down? Is that possible?
Hunting him? He has the vision advantage over you, but I
Okay.
think you're the best dead laner in this game. And especially if you attract attention here, this is all manpower that's not going to be put towards your TA, and you're a very hard target. Let's see though.
Well, the Spirit Vessel, it might be possible. Probably on top of this, there's the MP, but he has no mana. In fact, the counter initiation's here. Zhao Ba, he's still alive, not for long. They actually don't get the Dragon Tail stun off, and instead, Sideshow's capable of getting away for now. They miss the Stroke of Fate as well. Those units are a bit too powerful, and everyone in Empire is capable of getting out of here alive, killing the Director with them. So, pretty big win for Empire.
Yeah, that Delta split at the end is really nice actually.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be there anymore. They just stall out the entire Grimstroke ult, and then there's nothing that LGD has left really.
Really good centaur stun there as well by the Such creep. Yeah, I guess what we said about his Beastmaster is already paying off. His micro units on point. That's mid. I also like, by the way, the press kid, whenever he feels like it's valuable, he'll just rush the vessel. Like, he's not one of those invokers that thinks, oh, what if I don't scale? Who cares? Be useful for your team.
Exactly, and you will scale eventually. It's just a question of where you put the Midas in the build these days. And versus these beefy boys, yeah, this is the most value and the most damage you're going to get with that Spirit Vessel. It's unfortunate for him that he didn't actually get much out of it for the first rotation though. That was a lot of effort for a single kill. This one's better though.
Yep. That's a Shin-Q dead. Well, a sharpshooter, but the best thing is that Beastmaster is knocking at your door with a catapult with him. However, he has no extra creep, so actually can't defend as much as he'd like.
It's a shame that we're a little bit late, but yeah, this is exactly the way that Empire's lineup is going to function for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to have Suchlo pushing waves, and then the rest of the team rotating towards him, ideally, and finding anybody who might be angling for him to fight in the vision given by the Beastmaster, and engage with all these long-range tools.
And what is LGD's response to this? What should
A little bit of dodging and a little bit of, I think especially after you get the Blink Dagger over on Xiao 8, you can start forcing them to react. And that is not a game that a Beastmaster very much likes playing.
Jabba, we found out the Spike Carper's the trigger. We can have the Cold Snap Vessel, EMP used, but they don't want to commit to this fight. Instead, it's actually going to be a bit of a pincer maneuver here by Sachlo, who sees the opportunity to go for Faith Beyond. And hit that Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter will hit. They just need to hit a Tornado now, but it misses. Vessel is not going to be enough. Sachlo dies actually in the middle of the arena.
Went in.
But Smiley Knight, yeah, he wants to fight against the TA. He's taken her mana away thanks to the Fusil Blade. And TA actually might be a bit too weak. Oh, they used the tree to their advantage, but not enough, as Smiley Knight does finish off Ame. Now trying to get away, the Spike Carpus triggers, and it's going to be the Director going down as well, as Smiley Knight is capable of getting out. Thanks to that Sal plus Urn, or plus Vessel, he's going to be capable of fighting yet again, and the Press Kid seems eager to do so, maybe catching Faith Beyond? But Faith Beyond realizes this in time and will retreat.
That is disastrous for LGD. They're very eager to fight. They have double Blink Dagger on both their DK as well as their Doom there, but they really don't get to leverage that. They're engaging into terrain where the Beastmaster has already set up. And you can see Smiling Knight so confident right now with his Diffusal Blade timing. He does not give a single hoot.
He's doing a really good job with the Diffusal Blade, though. I agree. Like, I think he was on point and rotating at the right time in the initiation. Sacrificing Satchel was a necessary evil there. You take a tower. You might bring down a DK. You might. Ice Wall misses.
So much range.
Bushwhack. Sharpshooter. There we go. You're right. That is a lot of range. And vision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they just sentry to see if there was anything there. It was actually just a hawk. Oh, wow. That must feel bad. As a support, when you play against Beastmasters, always, is this a ward or a bird? You never know. And there's so many sentries wasted.
At least you get a little bit of gold for it. It has been worse.
It's true, but you do lose a sentry. Now that the sentries are limited, right? I think that
is it.
every time. Yeah, every time you use a sentry, you don't get a ward with it. You feel a small pang in your heart, you know? So you, Spike Carpus, there we go. Impale, but I am seeing a different fight going on where they find Y instead and go, let's just go for the easy one.
The Prescott's now going to start leveling into the Exort, and not only is going to give them access to a lot more right-clicking power, but this is Nyx Invoker we're talking about. We're going to see Sunstrikes. This Invoker's reach has just increased to global.
And with this, I mean, you have the right setups, honestly, for the Sunstrikes? Hell, I mean, not just a proper Roar, Sharpshooter, Sunstrike, and anything dies. Or a Cataclysm, especially, at some point.
Yep. And I guess we glossed over this a little bit, but Faith Beyond this, we are picking a DK into a Sharpshooter. He is not actually going to be as tanky as soon as that hits.
I agree. I mean, usually DK doesn't care too much about it, right? Because usually you're just there to tank in the middle of the fight, but it's much easier to catch him, so he can't really dead lane.
Found the press kit, or did the press kit find them? There is a tower.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they found the press kit here. The Ghost Rock revealed him. The press kit is in trouble. They need some help. Spike Carpus. That's only going to stun one of them. The press kit actually trusting the fact that they have no damage, but in comes the Doom. Double Doom. Goodbye to the mage. And now, taking down the Nyx Assassin. It's going to be a nice counter initiation by PSG.LGD, taking down the enemy mid, who was giving them a big headache. And perhaps a tower with this as well.
Very nice counter argument there for everything Empire has been throwing their way. Smiling Knight keeps on farming though. They have not bothered this man nearly enough.
Will be a bit of a rotation here from Empire. Go for Faith Beyond. Slow him. He's out of mana though. Means you don't really have enough damage. Sharpshooter will hit, but you actually didn't go for him. Instead, you go for the Mars. Bushwhack. It's gonna miss because the Blink Dagger was there, but the Sunstrike's perfect. And they tipped the press kid because that was honestly impressive with the Sunstrike.
Yeah, that makes it look like they let him go intentionally. Yeah. It's like, yeah, try to run. We can find you anywhere, kid. Joey?
Well cut by the tornado. He
does not have a quelling.
He does not have a quelling. He also doesn't have any mana. Now he can't even attack. Little by little, this man is getting hit by Age. And now he's finally stunned. Goodbye. The press kid gonna be able to run away from Ame. Zhao Bao just wanted to live there, but little by little his faculties kept decreasing.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
He must be familiar with that. Empire adapting some different strategies. Nah, what am I saying? This is the guy who won the death ball. Yeah, he's not death by 1,000 cuts. He's death by one really good cut.
Who needs to cut anyone if you have a big enough blunt instrument?
Yep. It's all about brute force, really.
Yeah.
Brains are overrated. Machetes are not. Smiling Knight is going to go for a second item, a Manta style, almost finished, and that's going to be his second big point of inflection. And as you spoke about this with the PL later, right? With his timings. Like, he's just always available to fight. Which means you fight on every single item you get, I presume.
Presumably, yes. And this is going to do a lot of work versus the Grimstroke Silence as well. Of course, the Soulbind is still an issue for you. And you're going to rely on your team to get good vision of this Grimstroke, he's kind of a must kill.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you have some really good heroes to do this though with Nyx, right? I say
Nyx, the
heroes.
Invoker.
Yeah, mainly the Nyx. That's what I'm excited about.
But this Hoodwink would also be scurrying forward. She's not bad at finding backliners either. It's part of the reason why her kit is so obnoxious. She can push waves and scout really well.
I'm noting in this cast that you're not the biggest fan of Hoodwink as a hero, huh?
I don't know, like, I actually think that she is too good.
Okay. Alright.
And I like the kit that she brings, but I just don't think she's balanced.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I know that because when you ask an analyst, they either go, oh no, this hero's very good, or when they say this hero's obnoxious, you go, ah, yes. It's a different way of saying good, but it's negative.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Know what the sharpshooter was for, by the way. It was for the mid lane. Not going to see anyone. Instead, Y will die in the top lane. Y Dui, the captain, brought down relatively easily. As Q died to the creep, and then the Sunstrike. Who needs creeps with abilities when your creep hits for 100 or 200 damage?
It's insane. And we were talking we were talking about LGD as if they were the tanky boys, but now with this granite aura as well.
Yep.
Come on, produce enough damage.
PL is very tanky. I mean, not right now yet, but he's gonna become a very tanky hero.
Once he gets to the heart, it's pretty much only the TA who can do anything to him at all.
Okay, Y tanks the smoke. Faith Beyond joins him. He doesn't want him to die alone, if anything. Y might just die to the creep, however. The PL stops this incursion by the Doom, and Xiaobao's down. Going for Faith Beyond perhaps next, or maybe the TA, whatever objective they find easier. We have Bushwhack, that's not going to hit. And the Soulbind for the counter initiation, double Dragon Tail, but Xinkyu is going to die here. And they don't manage to get any kills off this. The Ink Swell doesn't really matter. Faith Beyond is out of mana and out of life. Empire is just destroying LGD. They're not giving them any chances.
They don't need to. They have such a good toolbox. Anytime they get an opening, and I do wonder what Xiao 8 was doing up there, because the Mars got caught under that exact same ward before. You know it's there. Was he looking to D-ward? With his fresh BKB? He spent that before dying too. That was the worst part.
I don't know, honestly. I'm not... I mean, that counter initiation there by Jabba was a bit weird. I just don't...
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. What's the plan now for LGD? Seeing all these things that happen, seeing the PLs constantly fighting you, where's your point of inflection where you can actually go and fight properly?
Well, Ame has decided that it's going to happen through the Aghanim Scepter. So he is going to become the full-on assassin style Templar assassin. And there he goes, stepping towards the top lane. You can definitely use it as a game lengthener as well by split pushing this way. But this is also a way to counter the fact that right now your enemies just have way better pick-off than you do. The only problem is, with Empire being ahead, and definitely in the driver's seat of this game, oh no, GQ.
Oh no, Jinkyu. Just being run down by the Arm of Illusions. Inkswell won't even trigger. They just can't set a stop right now to Empire. They lose Y in the backlines as well. And just one small out of position. Oh yeah, TA, you keep split pushing. You keep split pushing. I'll push.
Exactly.
I can't
to
believe...
find pick-offs, the enemy needs to split. I don't think they're splitting.
No, I cannot believe they alacrited the Golem. Ice Rug nerfed this helm. The Faith Beyond the target. They Bushwhack him back. Someone have a Quelling Blade. No! Xiaoba! No Quelling Blade on him. Just a BKB, but that's not going to help your offlaner who's already dead. The tower will fall. Smiling Knight now gets the alacrity. He probably gave a stern warning there to the Invoker.
Does it even matter? At the very least, the creep wave is dying, but I think they're getting these Raxes before anything happens. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, they just killed the courier. Ame is like, guys,
the heart.
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty big. He sniped the heart. It's pretty big.
Huge. Probably the biggest thing that he was gonna do right now, actually. That gives him a little bit of an extended lease of life.
I'm glad you pointed out. That's a very big deal.
You could have waited until after you made a fool of yourself, of course.
No, you're a good co-caster. That's what makes you different from Richie. Richie would have coaxed me on.
I can see the grin in my mind. I can hear it too.
You have casted too much with him too. You are contaminated now, kids. All right. So Amis is gonna split push endlessly now. It seems like. And is there a moment where the game goes back in your favor because it's late enough?
Because it's late enough? No. You can definitely leverage this DK as another core. As I'm saying that.
Oh no! The dive bomb catches the DK. We're not getting a third season this way. Faith Beyond falls. Shinkyu. He's trying to TP. The Inkso will cover him. And it will cover him well. Never mind. I thought he was going to die for sure.
Get to live, but that is I think the third or actually the fourth BKB that we've seen from Xiaoba that just doesn't do anything.
Yep.
It's always defensively.
So then, sorry, going back to the previous point you were saying, does this mean that LGD is waiting more for a mistake from Empire to capitalize on it by elongating this game? Okay.
And we know Empire, they give those openings sometimes. It's not unreasonable from Ame to enable himself to capitalize on those opportunities if they might present themselves. But right now they are just having PL problems. This man does not have his heart.
Oh wow, he just
He's playing like he has it.
A Dragon Tail with a Manta style. That was incredible. And now you go for the captain, or rather the coach. Goodbye. Who's gonna shout in their ears now? Bring down Ame, or so they're trying. Deafening Blast. Jabba back in. Doom the Invoker. Let's see, got rid of that. And in fact, PL could be in trouble. There's no Manta style just yet. They need some save for him. Smiling Knight finally gets rid of that silencing and Doppelganger himself to somewhat safety. Infernal Blade hits him. Not going to be enough, so Yu does cover his escape. And Empire, realizing they can't fight with the Doomed Invoker, but it's a fake back. They could try again. Oh, no. No heart in Smiling Knight. That's why.
No, if you had the heart, that's actually the point where they go in again immediately.
Yes.
So, LGD live to fight another day, but the day is soon arriving. Assassinated.
Yep. How does it feel, Nyx, for the Templar to just be a better assassin than you?
I mean, he has that voice line, right? And it does sound very pained. Because assassinated.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Nyx is not saying Nyx, he's sad, obviously. The part of his lore is that he hates using any words that are not his goddess, because every second he's not praising his goddess is a waste of his time.
A dedicated simp.
Beyond. Well done. And, oh no, the same trap from the early game. They're gonna kill the Invoker with that. I cannot believe it. Amik leaves. He literally went in with a trap, melted immediately, and then just left. After he got the kill on the Invoker. That is an assassin. That is the queen of assassins.
Steps out to the top lane too, so now this Nyx assassin is moving through a creep wave in order to seek for the people he knows are behind it, but Ame's already retreated. They're gonna cut straight for him though, they're done with his shenanigans. Look at this.
Yep. They want to kill Ame. They want to get rid of this. Okay, not going to see the courier. They're all revealed. Impale. Best initiation possible. Primal Roar. They're not going to take any chances. Could they have killed him with Impale Bushwhack? Yeah. Do they want to take that chance? No.
No. No way.
Not with that stupid 1.5 second cast time on the Aegis.
Incredibly short, isn't it? Like, I don't think we see it often enough for people to appreciate just how short that is.
Yep.
Normal TPs are at least double as long.
Yep. And it used to be 1 second. Also, it used to work despite you being rooted or leashed. Why?
Because ninjas are cool.
Yeah. Because TA was probably one of the best heroes last patch.
Well, unfortunately, in a solo core draft, as soon as your solo core slips up, you don't have any plays left to make.
One of the weakest parts of the 4 Protect 1, which Empire, of course, knows about, which is why they hunted out a TA. A dive bomb, making sure that White can't initiate, but let's be real, what are you going to initiate on? 2 equal pushing powers, a golem and the hero. They alacrity him again.
Yeah, of course.
Smiley Knight is just slightly better than a creep. That's what they're saying right now.
True equality. This golem is a valued member of the team.
Honestly, I think this golem has done more than Vanscore, and I'm not even trying to flame Vanscore with it. I just think this golem is crazy good.
Really very good.
No.
Oh, Tia went in.
A trap again? And this time it's
she there?
Vanscore?
She
Oh, they
doesn't
catch him
BKB.
with Impale? She doesn't have BKB, you're right. Ame? Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
no.
laugh again. Ame just had an Empire moment. That was...
Maybe it's infectious.
Oh god. They're doing it. This is what their plan all along when they came to ESL. It's time for them to push some towers.
I guess you just thought that the
Oh,
entirety
they also
of
left the Mars.
Empire was elsewhere? Oh no.
Yeah, maybe.
So he was, or like, at least not in position to react immediately. So you kill him in 2 hits, right? So you step, you hit 1-2, and you step out again. That's the plan.
Right.
You step, there's a Nyx assassin on your face. Oh god, no.
Dive bomb caught the dragon. He's not even safe in the sky. What is this arena for? Even why? This is the last hurrah. One attempt, but why? Can't do much. Zhao Bao has to do this. Doomed the PL, so at least that's doing something. Well, he still has his passive. They lost Y. They got Sayu in exchange, but Zhao Bao, he's trying to get away. Sunstrike will make this impossible. And that's going to be yet another kill going the way of Empire. Faith Beyond, back in the base. Safely, he can throw out this GG because they can't win. They just lost a TA for the last time. That was a game-losing mistake for a game that was already very difficult for them, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.